Hello and welcome to Wendell's Guide to Soloing Thaddius in Naxx is 25 as a hunter. So basically what you're going to want to do is, for the first two guys, you're just going to want to run up one of the ramps, start DPSing them. You want to make sure you don't kill either one of them right away, because if you kill one and you don't kill the other one within like 10 seconds or so, then they'll respawn. So you basically have to try and get one of them low, usually around 15% or so, and then you go and start DPSing the other one and get it low to another 15%, and then from there you can kind of like trade off. And so you can see I got him low, so now I'm switching to the other one. And you also want to kind of blow up all your cooldowns too, because you're going to be taking a lot of damage in this first part. So the quicker you take them out, the better. But you just want to get them both to around 10-15%. Once you've done that, you can go ahead and actually kill them. And from there, it's just a matter of killing them both very quickly. So you can see there's just a lot of damage going out, so you want to try and make sure they're both on your pet as well if you can, but it's pretty hard to do. So you can see I've got one of them low, or I got one of them really low actually. So then I just go ahead and finish off this guy, and then I'll finish off the second guy. And as long as you kill them both within around 10 seconds of each other, they won't respawn. So from there you can just dismiss your pet, jump down, make sure you actually jump and just don't fall, and then resummon your pet at the bottom and go ahead and start DPSing the boss. And from here it's just pretty much a take and spank fight. You'll take a little bit of damage, but for the most part at this point you shouldn't really be taking very much damage at all, so you should be able to regen your HP back up. So just go ahead and DPS the boss. Might have to feign death once or twice. Pretty much at this point it's a very long fight just because of the amount of HP he has, but essentially it's pretty much just a tank and spank fight. So as long as you get the first part down and survive past the first part, you should be good to go for the second part. Just make sure on the first part you get them both down to around 10% or so before killing them, and then switch to the other one and kill like really fast. And then from there dismiss your pet, jump down, and then resummon your pet. So that's pretty much it for the first part. And then the second part is literally just tank and spank. See just how much HP he's got. He's like, I don't want to die. Yeah, you'll have to feign death a few times throughout this fight. So you can see that occasionally, depending on your DPS, you might not have the DPS to even make the enrage timer. If you can't make the enrage timer, it shouldn't be that big a deal. At that point, basically your pet's going to be taking a lot more damage. So you're going to need to make sure you keep up men pet on him at all times. You might have to use a few defensive cooldowns as well. And you can even use your patchwork strategy at that point too, where all of your pets will be in tanking spec, and then just swap your pets whenever they get too low. But you should be able to simply you should hopefully be able to just keep your pet men pet rolling and have that work. But yeah, you'll want to make sure you're using various defensive cooldowns on your pet. Just make sure you're doing a lot of damage. Just keep your DPS up as high as possible. And if you want to, you can use the patchwork strategy where you're swapping pets occasionally, but hopefully you should be able to just keep your one pet alive. Hopefully you shouldn't have too much trouble keeping your one pet alive. Just make sure you're using its defensive cooldowns manually. And you should be good to go from there. Obviously later on in this expansion it shouldn't be that big a deal, but for now you might not have the DPS to make it before the enrage timer, so just be aware of this. And that's pretty much it. Phase 1 with the 2 ads is probably the hardest part, and then this final part is a little bit of a challenge, but after patchwork it shouldn't be that hard. So hopefully you found this guide helpful, and thanks for watching.